Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and just get started, all right? Because we all have busy days, and the biggest key here is creating habits, right? It's all about creating habits. So I want to encourage you right now, the things that we do during this, that you make it, put it in your notes, or you write it down and you put a checklist, okay? Because the key is getting consistent. And you guys know that whenever I did my little talk, if you didn't watch it, you can go back and watch the replay of it. But I'm really big about how we're going to intentionally, work, how we're going to connect with people, and just getting really consistent with it and doing it every single day, right? So one of the very first things I do every single day is I click on my memories. I click on my memories for this day, last year. And as I'm telling you guys this, I'm going to do it, okay? Because that's how I teach. So when I do this, I scroll down all the way to the bottom of my memories. And listen, some of you guys haven't been in this industry for as long as I have. So you're not going to have things that are relating to Lavelle or having things relating to whatever. That doesn't matter. That's not the point of what this is doing, okay? You want to look at the people that you became friends with on this day. And you want to go to their pages. You want to see if they're active, if they're posting, and you're going to want to um, make sure that you're interacting with those people, because guess what? A lot of times they're not seeing your stuff. All right. And I'm going to give you guys tips on different platforms. I'm going to give you first Facebook, then we're going to go over to Instagram. And these are just some activities that you can do. We only have 30 minutes, so we're going to be super intentional with some fast actions that you can get through when you are limited on time. Okay. So big bang for the buck. So first thing, like I said, we're going to go to memories and we're going to go down through. And listen, I can go back on Facebook 11 years. I really don't have anybody that I've added on this day, which is weird unless they took that part away. But I always go through and look at posts, and sometimes I'll screenshot those posts and I'll be like, wow, like that's crazy. I'll show like a gap of, okay, for example, 10 years ago, I said, I'm so ready for me time. Wonders what today has in store. Like I was so exhausted, like all these things that I could screenshot and use for relevance today of I was so tired. I was exhausted all the time. This is who I was then, and this is who I am now. You see where this plays into how Lavelle came into my life, right? I do that a lot of times with memories whenever I see things that I posted something super positive, or I posted an affirmation, and I'm like, see, this is why I tell you that you have to put those goals out there, because every single one of these things came true. You're going to find gold in this. And people that liked and commented on your post, write this down. And this is going to go for any post on your page anytime, but especially on memories. When you go to these posts, okay, so that was like an old time, me getting paid. You see, look, you guys, that was in 6 years ago on this day. I was laying at night at work, working my business. If that doesn't tell you something, that tells you I've been consistent for a long time. All right. So what am I going to do with this post? I'm going to click on it. I'm going to see who commented on that post. And I'm going to click on her page, however many comments I have, and I'm going to go see if they're active. Are we still friends? No? Okay, let's hit the friend request button, because sometimes people might have unfriended you, or you might have accidentally unfriended them, right? So if you're not connected with these people and they previously had commented on something of your post that you guys have once upon a time been friends, this is a great way to reconnect with those people. And for your new post to start being relevant in their newsfeed again, because Facebook doesn't show all of that. You see how this is all intentional, interacting, connecting, okay? So then what else are you gonna do? If you guys didn't know this, when you click on the likes on your post, you can see who you're friends with, okay? And who you're not friends with. If you have people that you're not friends with, well, now you're gonna hit the friend request, and some of those people might be following you. So what are you going to do? You're going to check their pages. You're going to see if they're if they're active. If they're active and you're not friends and they don't have a friend request button, hit the follow on them, go like some of their posts, go comment on some of their posts. Again, you're going to get relevant. You don't want to spend a whole lot of time with this, but it's an activity that you can do every day so that you're getting in front of new faces and new people are seeing your stuff because you're being consistent with your actions. You're being consistent with posting something that inspires, educates, or entertains every single day, right? Okay, so on to the next activity. Birthdays. You guys, there are ways that you can do birthdays. Personally, for me, I just go down through and I just type in birthdays, and then I just go and I start sending out my friends messages. I do it normally either really early in the morning or late in the afternoon, like late in the day. Some people like to post on people's walls. Some people like to post in people's stories. I personally am just old school and like to shoot them a message. Hey, just wanted to let you know, I hope you have an amazing birthday. Listen, some people like to send Snapchat videos. I'll be honest with you, it kind of creeps me out a little bit, but it works for some people. Okay, it works for some people. Some people like to send voice messages. I personally, when I'm short on time, I don't have time to listen for it. So I appreciate somebody just saying, hey, I hope you have a happy birthday, have an incredible day, you know, have a great weekend, whatever. Short and sweet and to the point. It's not creepy, doesn't seem ill intent. Now, if it's a customer of yours already that hasn't ordered in a while, this is a great opportunity to say, hey, I like to give my customers, if you have credits reserved for birthdays or something like that, it's a great time that you can say, you know what, I give all of my customers $5 in credits on their birthdays. I'm going to shoot that over to your account. Let me know if you need any help ordering. We have some incredible new products that I think you might want to try. I know that you've ordered X, Y, and Z before. So you're going to want to make sure you look and see if you're sending a customer a message. It's just a great opportunity to be like, you know what, here's $5 to use towards your next order. These are some of the new products that we have. Let me know if you're interested in checking any of them out. Okay. Listen, if your customer doesn't order or doesn't use those credits, never be afraid to send a support ticket back and ask for those credits back. Okay. Normally they're pretty good about it. If your customer doesn't fulfill their obligation of actually ordering once you've given them the credits, then support's pretty good about working with you about getting those credits back to your account. So you might have credits right now that you've sent out that never gotten back. Shoot support a message. Never hurts to try. Okay. All right. So I just gave you two really cool things that you can do to interact with people that you're already friends with or have been friends with or that have interacted on your page on Facebook, right? So what else can you do? You can click on your stories real quick and you can go through and you can comment. And what I like to do is by comment, I like to replace that word with compliment. Okay. So I like to go through and compliment everybody that I possibly can. I said this the other day, on a Zoom that I personally did. I said, Susan, can you mute that person just because I get sidetracked? Thank you. Oh, it's not muting. Okay, thank you. So I said this the other day on a Zoom that I did with my team, but you know, guys, you can get creative with your challenges to yourself. You could actually, if you're struggling to get in people's inboxes and maybe they don't post the stories and you're like, ooh, I don't know how do I talk to these people? The key is it's not necessarily about, hey, do you want to try my Thrive? Okay, because if you're doing a good job and you're sharing in your stories and you're posting about it, eventually that conversation is going to come up when you're talking to somebody because you're going to build that relationship and they're going to say, man, like I need energy, or they've posted something and then now you've already established a friendship with them. So you don't feel awkward saying, hey girl, listen, I see you posting that you're trying to lose weight. I don't know if you'd be interested in this or not, but I have X, Y, and Z going on, or, you know, we do have something that helps. Like somebody posts about focus, we've got expand. Somebody posts about needing extra energy. I always hit it with Black Label and my capsules. Somebody posts about having like, you know, normally people don't post about not being able to poop because that's like kind of a person. But if they do, then I'm going to hit them up with Restore or Balance, right? I'm going to find out what it is. Like, I'm not ashamed. This is what we have. This is how I can help you solve it, right? So I always go there with people. Whatever they talk about, I'm like, do I have a solution to that? If so, there's my in. Okay, because these are people I've established a friendship with. I'm really sorry if I'm talking fast, but like I said, I'm trying to jam as much in here for you as possible. So scroll through your newsfeed, see what people are actually posting. If you're in a story, again, compliment people, but also think about, do I have a solution to whatever it is that they're posting about? Maybe they're not even looking for a solution for anything at all, but how can you interact with them? And how can you engage with them? But this is what I was going to tell you, and then I went in circles, is that you could create a challenge for yourself that you decide from today forward till the end of the year that you're sending out 5 affirmations to 5 women or 5 men or 5 people. It doesn't matter. Sex doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl, that you are sending out 5 positive messages a day. Okay. And you're telling those people, you know, I was challenged and I figured with everything going on in the world, it wouldn't hurt, spread some positivity. I just wanted you to know that I think you're amazing. You're incredible. You can do anything, you know, whatever you can make up whatever it is that you want. For me, I like to send the message that, you know, you can accomplish anything you're willing to work for, that you're positive, you're beautiful, you're worthy, you're strong. I like to use all of those words. You can look up affirmations and come up with your own 5. And then listen, here's something. You can challenge them to pass that on and do it too. Not like a chain letter, but you can challenge them to say, you know what, if you want to help me spread this, maybe you want to spend 5 messages a day. You guys, there's something really rewarding inside of you that happens whenever you literally bring life into other people. And I want each one of you to know that you have that power in you. And when you start doing it every day, you start to elude a confidence that you literally can change people's lives. So when you start acting the part, you start becoming the part, okay? And not acting like fake it till you make it, because I hate that bull crap. Like, be real, be who you are, but live by example. Okay, so anything you're trying to fix or trying to do or trying to accomplish, make sure you're putting it out there. I shared today, you guys, my PPA went down the crapper. And so I messaged Drew today and I said, make sure you check my PPA at the end of the month. Like, I just straight up message him, like, check my PPA at the end of the month. So today my goal is I'm going to have 2 new PPA. I'm not going to bed until I hit that 2 PPA today, 2 new PPA. So you have to set those goals for yourself and then go after it with intention and interaction. For me, that shows up in posts, polls, different stuff like that. What can you utilize as a quick poll? You could post about Thrive, but I'm going to be honest with you. You're not going to get a lot of people to comment on that because they're going to think you're immediately going to sell. But what can you post in your polls that you're going to get interaction with that you can then turn it around where you could bring up a product, a sample, or something along those lines? Because you want to make sure you're utilizing your time, biggest bang for the buck, intentional interaction connection, right? So you can do polls about water intake. How is that relevant? Well, when you start talking about water intake to somebody, normally there's somebody that's trying to get healthy. So what are they doing? Boom, you just opened up a conversation with them. Exercise. What are some home exercises that you're doing? People that are exercising, are your target market. They're the people that are also trying to take care of themselves. Who would you want to also introduce maybe a 3-day sample to? Somebody that is exercising. You could even do a poll that was, which one of these do you struggle with the most? Water intake, exercise, diet, or journaling. Like keeping track of your, you know, your actual diet. Like diet, exercise, or water. You could even put those 3. What do you struggle with the most? I hope that makes sense to you guys, because when you have those people, then now you've got more people that you can talk to that are actually going to be people that you can say, you know what, I've got, you know, something incredible. I don't know if you'd be interested in checking this out or not, but if so, this is how we can help you. Okay. So we said birthdays, we did polls, we did past posts from your memories. Also, you can go through any of your posts that you've ever made in regards to Le-Vel, Thrive, you know, products, any type of post that you've had that has been about your payday, and you can do all of those activities again. Who liked it, who commented on it, go through, interact on those people's pages. You can also start with the alphabet A through Z, and every single week you make sure that you're intentionally hitting A, going through, interacting on some of those people's pages, maybe some of those people's polls. That's going to help there. Some of you guys are not utilizing Instagram. So I believe that whatever platform you are utilizing most is where you should spend the majority of your time, but you can still utilize other platforms. For me, I do utilize TikTok. As you can tell, I do not post a lot about Thrive or anything like that on there. However, I'm really focused on growing my actual reach. And last night I somehow hit over 6,000 followers and I was like, wow, like that's craziness. And the people that I target are nurses, are people that are on weight loss journeys, are women that are just like trying to be positive. Sometimes I'm just goofy and like hit or miss. I don't know what I'm going to get. Sometimes I'm just really random. I don't know. Whatever I feel like is trending, I go with and I try it. And sometimes I look stupid. It's totally cool. I don't care if I get 1 like or I get 1,000 likes or I get 40,000 likes. I'm going to keep on doing it until I hit or miss and see what it is that's going to work for me. So you have to be willing to try to utilize those platforms. For me right now, like I said, I'm being super intentional about growing my network, throwing in some tips here and there. People are seeing my Thrive in my videos, so it opens up a time that I can have those conversations with them. And that will just continue to grow. That's a new market for me that I'm working on. Instagram, however, is one that I will tell you, you will have the biggest reach with, okay? So how can you utilize Instagram to reach a new market? First of all, you need to be posting and you need to have, and not posting, like you need to have your page looking good. When somebody comes to it, doesn't matter how often you post there, as long as you're active in your stories, as long as you're active in liking and commenting other people's stuff, as long as you're actively following new people, it doesn't really matter how much you post as long as your page looks decent. However, you do want to shoot something on your news feed every now and again because people will scroll news feeds. And literally when I open up my Instagram, I'm going to show you what I do. For those of you guys that don't have Instagram, by no means do you have to. These are just the tips I'm giving and why I'm giving it. So when I open up my Instagram, everybody on here is going to be on my news feed. Okay. These are people that I am already following. I'm going to go down through and some of these people are going to be on my team. I like to show them some love, but I don't spend a lot of times commenting unless it's something I really feel like, if I have extra time, I will. But otherwise, I'm just going to give them some love. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to, people stuff I'm going to comment on. So I'm going to like it. I'm going to comment on it. That's my way of interacting with my already current friends and that I'm following. Okay. Now, these are people, this is just my page. So I'm going to go to my post and I'm going to go to the people that have commented on my stuff. They're active, okay, people. So I'm going to go to their pages. I'm going to like a couple of their posts. I'm going to comment on a couple of their posts. That's my way of interacting with those people. How am I going to get in front of new people? Well, when somebody comes to my page, what would they be interested in? You can see I am just me. You see a lot of selfies. You see a lot of positivity. You see that I'm a nurse. You see that I am just like, I'm obviously a thriver because you see a lot of my pictures. You see me telling a story. In this picture here, this one, I post, and this is really close to me, guys, about how you can do it all. Because there seems to be this thing like you hear in life, you can't do it all. I think that's a lie. I can be a nurse. I can run a multi-million-dollar, team. I can be a student. I can be a mom. I can be a wife, and I can be a friend. I make the decision of where my time is spent, and you have to make that decision too. You can't say you want all those things and then go out partying all night long. All right, because your goals aren't aligning with what it is that your actions and your goals have to align in order for you to achieve the things that you want to. Anybody that tells you that you can't, they're just not willing to put the effort in and the intention in where it needs to be. Okay. So that's just the real talk. And the fact is that we all have to grow. We all have to learn. We all have to start somewhere. Jason Stewart messaged me on the side here at the beginning. And on my Zoom that I originally did, I suggested getting Your First Year of Network Marketing because that's the first book that I read. He's in the middle of reading it. He said, I'm loving this book. I said, good. You're going to get some incredible tips from it. But some of you guys haven't ordered that book. Some of you guys, this is the first time you've heard it. So Your First Year of Network Marketing, game changer, sets you up mindset wise to the fact that people are going to quit. You've got to get consistent. You've got to reach people. This is network marketing, not wishing. Okay. So you're going to have to work. So you're going to see that when I go to my page, I know that the people that are going to relate to me are going to be other nurses, are going to be other moms, that are going to be people that have been on a weight loss journey, people that are trying to get their health in order. So what are some things that I could type in? For me, because those of you guys that don't know, I had gastric sleeve surgery in March of 2019. I have shared my journey. Some people would have said, you know, I don't want to share that because people are going to think it's the easy way. I don't care what people think. I'm all about talking about the things that people think, okay? Because I'm all about showing them that it's not the easy way out. You think it's easy? Really? Because it really messes with your head. And I've had to learn how to deal and cope and get over a food addiction, which some people don't recognize as an addiction at all, but it very much is, and it's killing America. Okay, so I'm telling you firsthand, that's something that I know is going to hit me. So what do? That's my target market a lot, because that's what I post about a lot. So I could type in VSG. A lot of you guys can't type that. That's not your market. People aren't going to relate to you, right? But if I do that, I'm going to type in VSG hashtag, okay? You see how that hashtag pops up? I'm already following this hashtag, so sometimes these things show up in my news feed anyways because I'm following it. But if you have common hashtags, mom life, mama girls, mom of two, you know, getting healthy, working out, whatever your hashtags are that you like to utilize, think about your 5 things. We've talked about this, things that you are going to be sharing, things about you that are going to be relatable, not thrive, okay? But things about you that are going to be relatable, that are going to stand out to people, that are going to make them want to connect with you, want to be your friend, and utilize those kind of hashtags to help you pull people in, to get them to follow you, for you to become friends with them. Know, like, and trust factor. You hear it all the time, you guys. This is how you do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that hashtag, that VSG hashtag. I'm going to click on most recent, okay? And I'm going to start scrolling down through. Just if this was right now and I was working my business, these are my favorite ice cream bars, okay? I am not following this person. What am I going to do? What can I do? This person's page is Sleeve and Sisters 2020. Oh my God, I'm going to follow her. I'm going to say, whoa, listen, those Carb Smart bars, I'm gonna have a conversation, you guys. Like, I'm taking the time. You see what happened? Some of you guys want this work to happen without you doing this. I'm taking the time and saying those Carb Smart bars are a game changer. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Carb Smart bars are a game changer. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I just made a new friend. I followed them. I liked their stuff. I commented on their page, and now they're going to probably go check out my stuff. We're going to go back and forth. They're probably going to reply to me. You see what happens there? Okay. Now, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to my list, to my most recent, right? Oh, whoa. I'm not following this person either. How about that? Somebody I can relate to. Wow, that salad looks incredible. You see what I'm doing here, okay? Looks incredible. So guess what's going to happen with this, guys? I'm not going to sit here and do this all day long. I'm just telling you. So when you find stuff that you are relating, that you are posting about, that you are putting out there, because you're getting consistent, you're being intentional, right? Now that person is going to check out my stories. Now that person is going to check out my page and be like, who is this person? What are they doing? Wow, they're nice. Wow, they're nice. Don't be a butthole. Like, be a nice person, be a good friend. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to see that start to pay off. You're going to see people start to message you and be like, girl, what are you doing? How are you making that happen? They're going to see the celebrations of you shouting other people out. You don't have team yet? Great. Go grab somebody else's promotion and shout out that person. Give them some edification. Somebody inspires you by something that they posted, you go share their story. Don't try to sell it. Just share it. And I don't mean share it by hitting the share button and then never having an opinion. I mean, what did that post do for you? Are you telling people what it's done for you? No? Okay, well, you need to start doing that. So again, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, so VSG, that's something that I will look up. Mom of girls, it's something I'll look up. Sometimes I will look up movie night. Sometimes I'll look up night shift nurse. Sometimes I'll look at, and I do the same thing on TikTok. I use those same hashtags I'll go back to TikTok real quick. That's the main thing I do on Instagram besides replying to stories, commenting on my followers, making sure I put posts up, making sure I'm constantly adding new people. And you can do this. You can set, you know what, I'm going to add 100 people today. I'm going to go through and I'm going to comment on 100 people's hashtags. You guys got to set a number for yourself or else you're just going to not do it. You're going to waste time. So say, you know, I'm going to spend 15 minutes solid following new people, liking, commenting. I'm not just going to scroll. Same thing on Facebook. You've got to be intentional. TikTok, because I just started my TikTok a couple months ago. Oh God, hold on a second. The thing with TikTok is that you've really got to have your phone muted or else it's just going to keep on replaying and replaying and replaying and replaying. I had to start wearing my headphones because my husband was like going to kill me. Not kidding, you guys. Okay. So the thing with TikTok is, again, I'm not doing it to sell. I'm doing it to figure out what it is works for me and what I'm having fun with and what kind of audience I'm connecting. And sometimes I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I'm connecting with the wrong people, but I learned from that. My husband was like the other day, he was like, do you think you could post about some lovey stuff or something? Cause you know, I was like, it was a trend and it was literally, I'll show you which one it was. And I'll tell you why I did this trend. It was a trend of this and it's all over TikTok, but I'm going to show you because I want you to understand I reached 354 people on this post. Okay. And that might not seem like much for this 354 people that now are going to click on my page, that might want to follow me, that might get my personality, that might connect with me, even though it has no relevance to what the actual post is. This is a trend on TikTok. It's stupid, but it's all about keeping your face straight and then making a face, right? And that's all it is. Okay. So anyways, you guys, I'm really lame, right? But the thing is that I just want to have a good time and I want to show people like it doesn't have to always be the way that you think. Like if you just try to have fun and you try to challenge yourself, like that's how you're going to make that true and real connection with people for them to know, like, and trust you. And then also another thing I like to do is, you guys, there is no better way than to help somebody else grow, right? So like, especially on TikTok, you have the ability to, and then we're going to be wrapping up here in just a couple minutes. But if you see somebody like this guy here is trending, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, when he launches, he is going to explode. So guess what happens when I share his post or I do a duet or I make a repeat of his video? My video is going to show up in his shares. Okay, the more likes and comments I get. And what I mean by that is I'm going to show you. So I shared this, but I'm going to do his video again tonight. I didn't do it last night, but I'm going to do it again tonight. First off, listen to this song that I'm about ready to play. It's going to skyrocket. I don't even listen to country music that much, but just listen. It's blowing up all over. Just wait. Anyways, okay, so my point is, I did a duet with this. Why? Because A, it shows him I did a duet, so he's likely to comment possibly, maybe, you know. But when I hit his little button down here to use that sound, here's what happens. The original, which is him, then everybody that did that video, everybody that used that sound shows up. And I'm just going to click on a random person. Okay. They're just doing a random, right? Exposure to a hot, new, trending song. All right. It's not always about what you get. Sometimes it's about what you give. And sometimes karma just likes to come right back at you. So anyways, we've got 1 minute. I hope I gave you some intentional things to do. Oh yeah. And hashtags on TikTok. will help people. It'll help TikTok show you, let you know, like your For You page. Hold down on if you're scrolling your For You page on TikTok, hold down if you're not interested in ever seeing like stuff like this, like you're seeing some weird thing, you're like, ooh, yeah, that's not my style. These aren't people I'm going to connect with. Hold down on it. It's going to hit that not interested. If you like it, double tap it, give it some hearts, maybe hit the follow on it. Make sure you're sharing some love and commenting and liking on people's stuff. And the hashtags you use is going to help shape what audience you're going to see. So we just did 30 minutes of a crap ton of intentional work, 3 different platforms. I hope you guys learned a hell of a lot of stuff that you can do.
Hey, Amanda, will you tell everybody the name of that book again? Because that's been asked in here a few times.
Your First Year of Network Marketing.
I also think GoPro is a good one if you read it or listen to it in your first year, because you're like, oh.
I also recommend the 45-second presentation. You can actually find the PDF for that. You don't even have to buy that book. You can look up the PDF for that when you hit Google, 45-second presentation. So and you guys, I never remember who writes books. I'll tell you, it's Mark Yarnell. I had to look though real quick. There's very few people that I'm like, oh, and GoPro, I mean, Eric Worhe, but like what you're going to find is, and my husband teases me all the time because I literally, I grab books and I'll read I'll read a little bit here and then I'll grab it and then I'll read another one here and a little bit here. I never like sit down and read a whole book at one time. My attention span, as you can tell, is very short and all over the place. So I literally just read what it is that I intentionally need at that moment in time. And just kind of, and if you're a leader and you're really struggling leadership wise, I do suggest Leaders Eat Last as well. So that's a really good one.
All right, everybody, the recording will be up soon. We had a good crowd on here today, 122. What did I say? Anywhere from 40 to 120. Y'all maxed out. Way to go. Yes, thanks, Amanda. And y'all, if y'all don't follow her on TikTok, she's really funny. Y'all should really go do that. After you said that on one of your trainings, I'm like, let me go see. My daughter sucks me into doing those TikToks all the time, but they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah. And like I said, the key, guys, is really like for me right now with TikTok is literally just trying to grow my reach, grow that relatability factor, and just kind of find my groove. And then I'm going to intertwine. You'll see a lot more stuff intertwined in there sometimes, with my business. But a lot of times it's like, how can I get, one last thing. And since it's still recording, I'm going to say this. So for me, like I said, my main place that I grow my business is on Facebook, right? So my goal ultimately is once I make a connection with somebody on TikTok or Instagram is to get them over to my Facebook if they have it, because then they're going to see even more of what it is that I'm putting out there. So if you have a live event or something like that on Facebook, it's a great hey girl, I know we've talked about this, or hey, I'm on Facebook a heck of a lot more. Can we connect over there? Just
First
open up.
year in network marketing.
Oh my gosh.
Overcome your fears.
How funny. Okay, we're good. We're good. So
play. That's hilarious.
Thank you guys for having me. I hope you learned a lot today.
Good job, Amanda. Talk to y'all later.
Bye, guys.